But you know, I think I know where Falloutbeard really was. In a van down by the river.
And I live in a van down by the river.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact, and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up, please and thank you. Today we're jumping into r/NeckbeardStories. Oh my god! Continuing the continuation of Falloutbeard. Written by our very own illustrious user, That One Gay Cop. The last episode kind of short. People were like, oh, the cliffhanger came far too early. But this episode, yes, quite a bit more beefed out. I think that there will be enough meat here for people to sink their teeth into, and hopefully it will be delicious, not putrid, rancid meat, which we kind of got yesterday with the Chris Trucker stories. But yeah, I'm diving back into Beard Tales, trying to move some stuff through my subreddit. Hopefully there's gonna be some pearls of wisdom, but we won't really know until we pull the trigger and get into this thing, so let's do just that. We'll get some plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this r/NeckbeardStories cringe. Hey, also we're live streaming this on Twitch. Links in the description. Come check it out if you should like. This is Falloutbeard. A raider woman would be better than this. Yeah, they got some cool hairstyles. You ever met a chick with a mohawk? They crazy as hell, bro. Worth spending a little time with if you were to ask me. But then again, I was sort of a punk kid, so I don't know. Take it with a grain of salt. Hello, Redditors and Redditettes. It is I, your loyal and ever-present enforcer of the law, That One Gay Cop. We are so happy to have you back with us, doing another saga, just doing the most. Also a mod in the Discord, just an amazing member of the community. I have returned to the fray, loyal and forever present. I return to alleviate the need of my dear friends, loyal listeners. So join me as we recount the tale of Falloutbeard. Give me your tired and hungry, and I shall fill them with the cringe that they seek. Oh, I'm pretty sure these people, they're insatiable, cop. You gotta go real deep. If Chris Trucker isn't enough to fill them up, I don't know what can. But maybe Falloutbeard's gonna take a real dark turn. I hope not. Cop seems to be doing a great job of defending himself. Almost shot the dude in the last episode, but only time will tell. But before all that, I do have some more things to get off my chest. The library is open. What? What? Who? The taxpayers paying for this? Allow me to put on my reading glasses because some people in the comments need to be read. I noticed some people in the comments and the comments of other videos who can't seem to keep their opinions to themselves. Oh, buddy! Now we have another OP dunking on the commenters like in the video. This is beautiful. They have a very outdated view about someone that quite a few of the other community members and I hold dear. So, because I believe that you'll hear this, you, sir, are a privileged, disgusting individual. As someone who spent almost 6 months without a roof over my head and not a penny to my name after I got out of the Navy, you really don't know what that's like based on some of the comments that you made. Or maybe, just maybe, according to you, I'm lazy because I was out of work for 6 months after I sustained a work-related injury. I do think I saw this comment. Most of the time I just shadow ban the shitty commenters. If you're not getting any likes or replies to your comment, you're probably shadow banned. I'm not shy about doing it these days. I can't stand all this negativity. Just take it out. According to your shitty opinion, when I was homeless, I didn't deserve the help that I got because I should have been able to do it myself. If I couldn't, then I was just lazy. Which is about one of the worst takes that you can have. Really, it's like this whole American mindset, like, oh, you gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps. There's nothing wrong with reaching out or receiving help. But I ain't gonna fight Cop's battle because he's right here fighting it for himself, so I'm gonna stand back, just watch the show. You, sir, are most likely from some upper middle class family that's always had a roof over your head. It would help if you also attempted to hide your online activities a little bit more. Finding information about you was relatively easy. Oh, don't dox anybody, please. I didn't have to try and find your Insta and Facebook through those that work with you. And I'm sure your boss appreciated the screenshots of the comments that you made. You are an unfortunate individual and you don't know the struggle. Oh shit, dude. This got really real. This is like going in 100%. Yeah, be careful in the YouTube comments, all right? Especially with somebody like Cop, who is, in his own words, a very petty bitch. I don't advocate wishing ill on anyone, but I hope that you lose your job, and your home, and your car. I hope you have to live out under an overpass with nothing to your name. No animal, no friends, no family, and I hope you hit that low so my dear friend and I can sit on our high horse and judge you just like you judged us. Ooh! This is getting spicy. Good God. I hope you live in a van down by the river. And then, and only then, will you know what we had to go through. And then you will know why having people to help you doesn't make you lazy. Honestly, I think it's pretty bold of you to assume that a guy like this has friends or even family that still talks to him. Sounds like a miserable human being to me. I think that's why he's trying to drag everybody else down with him, because he doesn't have anybody to help him out. So he has built this delusion around himself like, I did all this myself. It's like, no, you didn't. You just pushed away the people that helped you to build it, right? Cop went for the throat, bro. Sending screenshots to his boss? Woo! That, to be clear, ReddX and ReddX Industries do not sign off on any of this behavior. I am just narrating the story as it is written. Please do not jump in. We're not starting a witch hunt over here. Thank you so much. As for the people who called my mental health into question in the comments, the department that I work for was aware of my issues. It was mindful of my seeking treatment for them. However, the situation that took place was the first time that I ever really had a waking flashback like that. I mean, it's 100% to be expected. You had a traumatic experience. Probably the first flashback, but unfortunately probably not the last. And I just hope that the department, sort of comes to grips, learns to be okay with that. And I hope that the therapy's working for you and that you are slowly learning to be okay with it as well. Okay, the rant is over. I promise. Okay, deep breath. Let's get into the cast list. Cop, hey! That's our OP. Fresh out of the Navy. Just finished the police academy, like the actual academy, not the movies. I think I made that joke all 3 times that we read this shit. I had been learning the beard nature of my new Craigslist roommate. He has been slowly pulling back the wool from my eyes, but I am committed and now have to figure out how to possibly reform him. Oh my God, could you really do it, Cop? I believe in you. Hopefully this is gonna have like a great ending that I didn't see coming at all, but we still don't really know. Blitzkrieg is the loyal friend that's been through thick and thin with me. He also shows up in the Twitch chat sometimes. He had just gotten out of the Navy as well. He had a place of his own in this story, and in hindsight, being 2020 and all, I should have just moved in with him. Caroline is the object of obsession for this beard. She is short and mean, and she don't mince words. She isn't shy about telling people point blank to fuck off. And now to the ire of my life, at least at this point in it, Falloutbeard. Well, this beard is a specimen to behold. He's about 5'9" and is as rotund as he is tall. Major self-care issues, as I came to find out. And he's obsessed with the Fallout franchise, among other beardy things such as Magic the Gathering. He's my roommate throughout this saga, and when I first met him, he seemed great. Not beardy at all, just maybe a little bit out of shape. Yeah, just a little bit. He didn't even smell. Unfortunately, he has exposed himself to me, and I am mentally injured from it. And exposed like more than once, okay? Every chance this dude has to get naked, he seems to get naked. And I don't know why that is. Paragorda, PG for short, is the specimen that Falloutbeard has fallen for. She is a rotund woman who smells like yeast and fish and corn chips. She doesn't bathe at all and makes it known. She also doesn't know how to be faithful. Oh my God, is this like La Ogre Part 2 that we're getting out here? Why is everybody banging everybody else's roommates, huh? Don't do it, cop, please. I have just a sliver of faith in humanity and we can't let it go out the window. Not like this! Where last we left off, I had shot at my lovely roommate, and I had also gotten a lovely suit of T-51B power armor from Etsy. Still waiting on that link, by the way. I believe we left off playing Munchkins with Blitz and Carolyn. The sound of our resident beard's door opened, drawing my attention along with Carolyn and Blitz. We could see his rotund shadow moving down the hallway. Rolling, probably, really slowly, like the red ball from The Shining or something. Just as he turned the corner, Blitzkrieg burst into laughter. Carolyn's face had contorted into a look of horror and shock, and I could feel my ears getting red with embarrassment and rage. Around the corner of the hallway, Falloutbeard was in a pair of what appeared to be no clothes at all. His large mass was covered in matted hair and pimples. His skin had a sheen of oil all over it. I could feel the veins in my neck begin to expand, and my face flushed red. Oh, God, why again? I guess the dapper suit didn't work the last time Carolyn and Blitz were over, so this time he decided to try out his birthday suit. I stood up, knocking my chair over, the table shaking, knocking over the cup of booze in front of me. Cop, bro, put some clothes on. Carolyn, oh my God, my eyes. Oh, why? Why do bad things happen to good people? It's too bad the cop doesn't have his gun handy. Because the last time that Falloutbeard tried this, cop shot at him. It's been 3 weeks then, and I guess Falloutbeard forgot, or wanted to test the waters, or I don't understand the line of logic, if there is one. It was like a bad car crash. The kind where you look, and you don't want to look, but you can't look away. Mostly like every story we've ever had on this channel. You know, it's like the kind where there's some sort of mangled body, and you're sick, but your brain just doesn't let you look away. God, that is very descriptive. I don't think I've ever actually seen anything like that, and I like to think that I would look away. But given how these stories fascinate me, yeah, maybe I wouldn't. So yeah, that's what that was like. I rushed him. Blitz grabbing at my arms, trying to hold me, but he wasn't quick enough. And when I reached Falloutbeard, I hit him with enough force to send him flying, and I do mean flying, back into the wall behind him. Yeah, we're learning hard lessons today, all right? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. What do you want from me? Now, most people picture him bumping into the wall. But when I say into, I mean quite literally into the wall. As in, he was embedded in the wall. Yeah, that's the magic of drywall, isn't it? You don't even have to throw somebody that hard to bust through sheetrock. But it is a rather expensive fix if you're not doing it DIY. Cop says, get your shit and get out of my house right fucking now! Falloutbeard, what? I have shorts on. Wait, you're kicking me out? Are the shorts on like under the folds? It's a Peter Griffin kind of thing where it looks like he's naked, but he's not really naked.
Gotcha!
It's just like the fold over the top of the shorts. Cop says, "You heard me! Get the fuck out!" I was screaming so loud that my throat began to hurt. I grabbed him by his greasy hair and pulled him from inside the wall, tossing him to the floor in the direction of his room. My breathing was ragged and short. God, what? If he does actually have shorts on, maybe it's just a misunderstanding. This seems pretty far to go for just a misunderstanding. But maybe he doesn't have shorts on, in which case this is totally justified. I'm sitting on the fence until we find out for sure. Then Cop says, "Pack a goddamn bag and get the hell out of my house right now!" I kicked him in his ironically clothed ass. So he did have shorts on. And he got up, scrambling to his room. Several minutes later, he came back out, no bag in hand. I had since taken my seat back at the table and had cleaned up the spilled cherry vodka sour. We had resumed munchkins when I looked up at him. I got a lot of questions, like how small did those shorts have to be? Was it just a Speedo? And another question is, does he really think that he's gonna talk his way out of this? It's time to go, Falloutbeard. This entire living situation, you can tell it's not working out, right? Your roommate shot at you and then kicked your ass. It's for the best. It's just time to leave. Go find another beard to dwell in a beard nest with. You'll be fine. Cop asks, "Where's your bag? Do you think that I won't forcibly remove you from my home?" I asked as I stood up, and Blitz reached up and grabbed my arm. Blitz said, "Bro, not worth it." Carolyn, "No, please, let him go. I want to see it again. It brings me joy." This sparks joy. Yes. Go ahead. Let it happen. He doesn't seem to learn even from pain. This is for science, okay? How many times do you have to hurt him before he actually starts to learn? Now, I remember thinking that Carolyn was a little goblin for that. It's not inaccurate. Goblins do love violence, but I'm kind of on her side with this one. Again, for science, only for science. Still, the more pressing issue of my roommate took attention away from that stray thought. I jerked my wrist away from Blitz and moved forward. Cop says, "If you won't pack a bag, I'll do it for you. You will not be staying in my fucking house." Falloutbeard, "Wait, can't we talk about this? I can't be put on the street. It's like 30 degrees outside. I'll freeze." "No, you won't. You got a layer of blubber. You'll be fine." Just here's a nice sheet of newspaper to keep you warm, and good luck out there, buddy. And Cop seems to have the same line of thinking. He says, "I'm sure your fat will keep you warm for a few days." Yeah, a little bit cold-blooded, but accurate. I hissed at him as I walked down the hallway toward his room. Once I got to the door, I stopped. There was a faint odor escaping from the room. "Oh God, you're going into the nest? Don't do it!" I grimaced at it. It smelled like garlic and onions and sweat. I pushed open the door and was greeted by an absolute clusterfuck of a mess. Trash bags stacked in a corner, dirty dishes piled all over the room, rotting food on the plates and in various pizza boxes and fast food containers. I could feel the anger boiling in my blood again. Yeah, he's not even been there that long. He's already destroyed the entire place. If you let him stay any longer, it's going to get to like bourgeois beard levels of trash hoarding. Ugh. God, how do people live like this? Cop says, "Bro, what the fuck? Is this why I found goddamn bugs in my house?" I screamed at him as I turned to look at him, a look of pure violence in my eyes. I'm not gonna tell you to hit him again, but, you know, if you wanted to. Jesus Christ. I turned back to the room and took a step inside. Ooh, that's a mistake. That one step was like walking into a dumpster that was on fire and also filled with shit. Did they light the shit on fire? I got a lot of questions here. That was fine. I had to suppress a gag. I looked around for a bag. Seeing a backpack, I snatched it up and began to just stuff clothes in it. Whatever I found went inside, dirty or clean. I remember thinking to myself, Jesus, I'm gonna need a shower after this. I finally couldn't stomach the smell anymore and quickly exited the room, tossing the bag at Falloutbeard, grabbing him by the arm and dragging him to the door. Is that all he had, was like a bunch of clothes? Didn't have a dresser or a bed or nothing. Really, just get him out of the house right now so you can like move his bed onto the street. Or he probably doesn't even sleep in a bed. He sleeps in a nest of like dirty clothes, just all balled up around him. It's a sorry state of affairs. And yeah, you can't have him living here anymore. This has turned out worse than anyone could have predicted. I threw open the door, threw Falloutbeard out of it, and then threw a bag and a coat at him and slammed the door shut. I turned around to the table and spoke. Cop, I'm sorry you guys had to see that. Consider it dealt with. And Blitz is in the Twitch chat right now. He did clarify that it was like booty shorts that Falloutbeard was wearing. Apparently, not enough clothes. You don't know your roommate like that. Maybe err on the side of caution. I mean, he was wearing the shorts, so I have to say, maybe it was a little harsh to deal with him in such a fashion. But hindsight's 2020. We can't go back in time. What happened, happened. All we get is the play-by-play. Carolyn says, that is an image that I will never be able to unsee. Oh, sweet. That's what my sleep paralysis demon looks like. I sat back down and we resumed our game. We played late into the night. After a few hours, there was a knocking at the door. I wonder who it is. It's our postman, Mr. McFeely, in the middle of the night. I probably ignored it. Eventually, it went away. We spent the rest of the night having a grand old time. I showed off my power armor, and we discussed fixing the holes in my walls. Yeah, that's not gonna be fun. But at least we're rid of the beard. Or are we? Thankfully, Carolyn's dad was a contractor, and he would do it for free and make it look like nothing had happened. God damn, that's MVP stuff right there. You better buy him some beers or something. I went to sleep that night thinking my woes were finally over, and they indeed were not. I should have known that my bleeding heart would get me in trouble, and that it did. Oh God, he's gonna come back, isn't he? The next few days went by quickly. Between work and gym time and fixing the walls, I didn't have time to dwell on what I had done to that poor guy. Oh, see, Cop actually does feel like slightly bad about it. He just flamed up real quick, but he cools off just as quick. Don't worry about it. Once everything was done and over with, I sat down to play some Fallout. And that's when my brain betrayed me. Oh, stupid brain, dumb feelings. I began to think about what I had done to Falloutbeard. My brain told me that I was way too harsh on him. It was not okay for me to put someone out on the street just like that. I can remember kicking myself for even thinking about what I was about to do. But my better nature kicked in. I had cleaned up his room and such. He had left his furniture, and I made his room look like it had before he had moved in. Honestly, I do feel where Cop is coming from right now. You know, it's not a great look. The dude was wearing pants. The pants were in his fold, so it looked like he was naked. We've also seen him walking around naked a few times, so I can understand how you would jump to that conclusion, 0 to 100 in 0.5 seconds. But yes, it was the wrong thing to do to your roommate. And I'm glad Cop is cleaning up his own mess, you know? That's why I didn't immediately jump down his throat for this, because I know Cop's a goddamn good guy deep down. Sometimes he can be a little harsh. he doesn't mince words, but yeah, he does know what the right thing to do is. So I sighed and fished my phone out of my pocket. I clicked on the password and pulled up my contacts. I scrolled for a moment and my finger hovered over his name. When I clicked it, I held the phone up to my ear and waited. The ringing seemed to take forever. Then finally, a voice answered. Falloutbeard. Hello? Cop. Hey. So I'm sorry about how things went down. I was very rude and I was wrong to put you out like that, but you can't act like the way you were acting. I'm willing to let you come back, but there are some rules that have to be followed. First and foremost, you are to be clothed in any communal area of the apartment. Second, you are not to enter my room for any reason, whether I'm in there or not. If you need something and I'm in there, you either knock on the door or you text me. Third is that you must clean up after yourself. The state that your room was in was just a fucking disaster. I don't live like that, and you won't either. It attracts bugs, and simply I'm not gonna have bugs in my apartment. Fourth, anything that is mine, you ask before touching, and I mean anything. Is that doable? Very reasonable requests overall, but we know how it is with the roommates. This is gonna hold out for a couple of weeks, and then he's gonna go right back to his old ways. There was a brief silence on the other side of the phone, and I have expected to just get hung up on. Finally, he answered. Falloutbeard. Yeah, that's doable. Cop. Good. You're welcome to come back tonight. I have to work tomorrow, so please, if you do come back, keep the noise down. Falloutbeard. Okay. I'll head over there now. Where was he staying? That's what I want to know. Is he just kicking it at a Barnes & Noble for like 13 hours? Waiting for the phone call that says he can come on back home or something like that? Honestly, I did that a lot when I lived in my car. No shame in it, you know, Barnes & Noble's a nice place. They got a comfy chair, I could read some books. But you know, I think I know where Falloutbeard really was. In a van down by the river!
And I live in a van down by the river.
Oh. So yeah, Cop just sighs again and hangs up the phone. I mulled over my decision for a moment before returning to Fallout again, getting lost in the capital wasteland. Finally, after about 3 hours, I packed it in. Falloutbeard still had his key, so he could get in. I turned off all the lights and the TV and moved to my room. I shut the door, I locked it, and I stripped down, collapsing in my bed and almost immediately falling asleep. Oh, good. A nice, restful slumber, well-deserved, after kicking the shit out of your roommate and then taking it all back. I mean, you can't undo what was done, but you did apologize, so some points there. Beep, 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 beep. My alarm stirred me from my sleep as I slapped at it, reaching for my glasses. The alarm read 4 a.m. Oh, God, no way. It's too much for me. I groaned and tumbled out of bed. I unlocked my door and stumbled to the kitchen, started my coffee pot, and got into the fridge, pulling out some eggs and making myself breakfast. I was wearing a pair of basketball shorts, and that was it. Once the food was done, I ate and started my day, unsure if my roommate had actually come back or not. I guarantee you he came back. He got nowhere else to go. You think he wants to live at the Barnes & Noble? It's terrible. So now we get some TARDIS noises. Zhoo, zhoo, zhoo. I walked up to my apartment door, carrying my bag from my patrol car. I fiddled with my keys and managed to get him into the door. The door swung open to reveal my roommate sitting next to a woman on the couch. She was rather portly herself. God, we got all kinds of ogre, troll, goblin women hanging around these past couple episodes, right? First there was Chris Trucker's She Chris, and now we've got She Falloutbeard, I guess. Paragordo. What was that, Pig Dog? Something like that? They were both watching some sort of movie. I didn't acknowledge them and just went into my room, wanting to get out of my hot uniform. Once changed, I was in some comfy clothes and I decided to go and grab a drink before pouring myself into the paperwork that I had to do. Yeah, the least glorious part about being a cop, I'm sure. I stepped out of my room, shutting the door so as to not disturb the loving couple, and I made my way to the kitchen. I grabbed a cup and some apple juice that I had in the fridge. I poured myself some and attempted to sneak back to my room. A few hours later, though, I needed to leave my room once again. Because that apple juice made you had to poop real bad, right? That's what apple juice does to me. Is that too much information? You guys learning some stuff about me? Apple juice makes me fart real bad. That's fine. I don't miss apple juice. It tastes like pee anyways. So let me take a moment to describe to you what I was wearing. I was in my comfy clothes, which consisted of a pair of athletic shorts and a wife beater. So yes, I was decently clothed, but not completely covered. Now on to the story. I opened my door and made my way down the hall. I needed to pee and then grab a bite to eat. Yeah, apple juice will do that for reals. I knocked on the bathroom door as it was closed, and when I got no reply, I opened it. I went into the bathroom, did my business, and moved into the kitchen. Not paying much attention, I pulled out a quick heat and eat. I turned around and was greeted by a mountain of a woman. She had her thin, greasy hair pulled into a ponytail. She wore a shirt with Pikachu on it, stretched over her girth, looking as if he was grimacing in pain. Oh, that poor Pokemon. Somebody set him free. What's happening here? It was hard to tell where her tits ended and her girth began. Oh, that's unfortunate. And she looked upon me with hunger. And not just because of that heat and eat meal, I'm pretty sure. God damn it. Terrible. I was slightly startled as she seemed to just appear from behind me. How did someone that big move so silently? Then I noticed a faint smell. Took a moment for me to pick out the aromas. Yeast? Maybe. Fish? No, rotten fish. Yeah, definitely yeast and fish, and corn chips too. Ugh. I looked her up and down. It was hard to tell where her legs ended and her feet began. Yeah, got ankles looking like a couple of fucking coffee cans, right? She wore sandals. Her toenails were a yellowish color, and they had black spots on them. Oh! Oh! Get away! I looked back up to meet her eyes, and she opened her mouth to speak. The smell was enough to peel paint. Oh, get out of my house. Why? Now, we all know Cop isn't really gonna bang a Neckbeard because, you know, he's that one gay cop, right? But still, just the approach. Oh, it makes me so viscerally uncomfortable. Paragordo says, "Hey, Stan!" She put a meaty hand on my chest, tracing my pectoral muscle. You better slap that shit. She ended at my nipple with a little flick. Oh my God! No! Along the white wife beater I was wearing, I was left with a weird brown, oily substance where she had moved her hands. Her mouth bore brown and black teeth, plaque-encrusted monstrosities. Oh God, dude! It's so much. The teeth always get me. And then the toe funguses. You can't let it touch you no more. You break her wrist. Paragorda says, let's see what else you have. She lowered her hand, tracing my abs and obliques as she went further down, and that's when I heard a door in the hallway close. Oh, God! Surprise, surprise! Another cliffhanger. Thank God for that, honestly. I need a break. Just gotta process all that went down, alright? I will see you soon, though, friends. So remember, wash your hands. It's my phrase now. It's not your phrase. It's always my phrase. Change your socks and don't lick rocks. Honestly, telling people to wash their hands more than once in the video is probably a good idea. Everybody should be reminding everybody else to wash their hands, especially Gordo, because she's out here just touching dudes, leaving brown streaks everywhere. Where the hell did Falloutbeard even find this one? And why has he brought her back to this place? It's a beard and a beard in a nest. They're gonna start reproducing, and then you'll never get rid of your infestation, cop. You gotta be real careful with stuff like this, all right? Really, the story wasn't so bad, you know, felt a little bit bad for Falloutbeard at parts, but then we got to the end, the introduction of this Legbeard, and once again, Legbeard turns things up to 11. Oh, God! I hope that she gets what's coming to her. She is promptly exorcised from that house. Spirits be gone from this house. Fingers crossed, man. It's gonna be messy however it ends. But I do hope that you enjoyed the episode, friends. I hope that you like, comment, and or subscribe. If you did, maybe share the video around. I do appreciate that so very much. Check out the links in the description. Plugs, playlist, podcast, Spotify, iTunes. You know what it do. We also got social medias, of course. Twitter, Discord, Facebook, Twitch, where we were live streaming this whole thing. We've also got my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous patrons. Hey, thank them all so very much for supporting the channel and the YouTube channel members. You could click the little join button at the bottom, get like a special little avatar next to your name and stuff like that. I would like to thank them all, Jerry much, as they do every episode, so thank you! Darth Luscious, Harley Owen, Robert L. Waits, Camille Sarah, Chance the Blue Kraken, Roxanne Wolf, Sip, Jerry, Conrad Ingy, Captain Cloud, Jerry, Aaron, Jerry, Esteban, for all alongside, Gamey Steve, Bean Tom, with a bag of models from downtown, Jerry, Bed for Forgiveness, Silo Revolver, PCB, Fluxer, a soldier of industry, the original Jerry, Destiny Piper, Jerry Kitsune, a very tired Jerry, I identify with that, Destiny Targonian Jerry, Assassin Punk Jerry, Bang Bang, Aurora Wildheart, Baby Jerry, Bearded Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Bitch Gremlin, Blittlin Jerry, Browns Kraken, Catholic Jerry, Commander J Tank, Dennis Dayton, Dr. Larks, Aaron Era, Ace Bars, Frozen Armor Studios, Fire Drake, Get 2 at the Doodles, Shameless Plug, Commissions Open, Adrian BR, I'm Slim Jerry, I'm the real Jerry, all you want the Slim Jerry, such as imitating, Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate Jerry, got the stowaway Jerry, and now to see if he chooses the plank or the press gang. All Jerrys will join the Jerry gang. Ionolo, Irradiated Jam, J.M. Coon, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Down, Love of the Jungle, Hong Kong, John Hero, John, Jerry, Jingleheimer Schmitz, Crewhee, Cuddly Dragon, Legit Maker, Miss Monday, Lord Jerryo, Luca was a clever Patreon name. Yeah, it was. Like and subscribe, Milady Nix, the last Jerry Bender. I have anxiety. Malama Man, Marble, just Marble, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Theft, Needless King, Paragon Soul, Fate of the Pines, Princess Jerrykins and Jerry Beth, Queen's Quaaludes, Quagmires, Ramtide Lacrimate, Rose Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Sassy Octopus, Scarlet Kevin, Sergeant Gay Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Whip, Stephanie Gunder, Sign After Poopstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tabby, Blue Tato Fair, the Gypsy Barber, the Italian Greyhound Dino, the Little Sue, the White Shoe Fusky, trying to find another wobble to get back to the real world. You probably don't want to blow into that balloon, not. It's a stinky balloon. Victory Prime, Vanguard Angel, Viking Jerry, Wiki Tax, Stefan the Gargoyle or Clay, Conan Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though. Redwood, Nog Viper, Safe Listening, Venom Jerry, Wasabi Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry, the Neckbeard Hunter, a normal Jerry, holds up a giant bag of popcorn, brought my own snacks, and I'll share. Give me some of that. Emerald T Tank, Emerald Alder, Atomic Jerry, Zilla Breaker of the Tall Army, Bartender Kirlia, Blueberry and Apple Pie, Broken Spine Horseradish, California Jerry Girl, Chef on 7 Lock, Chicago Panda, Cody Lightyear, Buzz's less interesting cousin in accounting, Corey does art sometimes, Crypt Titties, the Far Jerry, Dapper Tuna, Dopamine Dane, Jerry is dwarfy dude, dose about the he cannot, inside you are two wolves, one is cringe, the other is cringe, you are cringe, Jerry's roaming the streets of Finland, hunting down the Rito headband, Jeffrey, Geralt of Rivia, Jerry and Tom versus Happy New Year, Weird Apocalypse, Jerry Springer, the results are in, you are not the Neckbeard, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom's got it going on, Jerry Alder Rivera, Jerry Roxas, Keaton Tails, Kid Marvelous, Lucia Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time, Milk Fed Gimp, Miss Tetris, not Visible Angel, Raptor, Cheese, my Jerry Pie, Skybarrow, Ravenswood, Snary, that's Snom, Jerry, Snowbeard, what is best in life, to crush these tendies, to cheat the tabletop, to hear the elations of your waifus. Oh no! It's gone terribly wrong. Spooky the Rogue, Spoopy, Scabby, Jerry Ton, Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, he's not. There are two wolves inside me. Spit roasted Jerry. Oh god! To infinite Jerry and beyond! Unkale, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neck beard, grow! It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, hygiene, it's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, humility! And thank you be my $1 patrons as well. Channel members, yes! We got Train Boy, Liquorless Loser, Organic Steve, Milano Man, Skylar May Amara, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Depths Flagship, Bearded Snake, and buy two, get one hand. Bless up all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. If you can afford the support, that's huge. If you can't do it right now, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming on through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you'll come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands, but also take some time out and do something that you personally enjoyed today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. And staying away from them leg beards, for real. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it. And I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.